Disney recently put Rita Ferro in charge of selling all the Disney Entertainment TV assets. What was the impetus for this move?
Sure. The impetus to bring our full portfolio of Disney channels, ABC Network, and Freeform together was listening to our clients' desire to work with us on a single voice, full portfolio offering. The great thing about our networks is premium content that offers something for all life stages.
And how does ESPN fit into this scenario from an ad sales standpoint?
Sure. ESPN is a separate sales organization, but when clients want us to work together, or we have a great opportunity to bring both groups aligned for an opportunity to execute in the marketplace, we will continue to work together. And actually having Disney ABC sales as one portfolio makes that streamline even easier.
So there's a lot of headlines lately about audience targeting beyond age and sex demos. ABC is certainly not new to the game. Can you tell us how that's going? What's the client uptake on it?
Sure. Well, there's absolutely an appetite for it. We offer targeting in various segments for clients inside of our digital environment. And then even in our linear environment, we've actually developed tools to help optimize beyond that age and gender demographic, so looking further into more qualitative statistics that can deliver on a client's very key focus or niche audience segment.
So that's not necessarily for every advertiser, right? That type
No.
of audience targeting. What are some of the parameters that you find make it interesting?
Sure. Well, certainly branding at scale is extremely important. So what we often suggest is for many advertisers as a segment or layer of what their targeting, the targeting capabilities are for a particular segment. So doing a branding campaign with a layer of very specific direct targeting for a particular solution that they're looking for, or a key performance indicator that they'd like to see as a return on investment for that campaign.
Interesting. So where are you folks in terms of finding the right balance for the commercial ad load? And
Sure.
the right content balance?
So it's interesting. There obviously are a number of different platforms that our content is available on, and we bring our advertisers with us on the majority of those journeys. So in many environments, it is a full linear style ad load, and then in other environments, sometimes it is a shorter ad load based on the environment itself, but also we offer advertisers an opportunity and viewers to work with us, for example, looking at TrueX, which is a deeper engagement, but shorter length ad pods throughout the experience.
And you are also have gotten into deeper branded relationships. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. I think one of the things that is really meaningful and powerful about bringing all our assets together under the Disney ABC television portfolio is the opportunity to go deeper with brands, to develop integrated marketing opportunities that are really focused on what that brand messaging should be within the framework of our content across all platforms. So certainly inside of our programming, inside of sponsorship opportunities, and able to execute that on distributed platforms as well as our own platforms.
Can you cite one or two examples of specific advertisers that have done this lately?
Sure. Actually, what we've done, for example, around Oscars is given an opportunity for clients who are larger partners of ours to be able to amplify that in the social space. So working with us and then working with partners from a platform perspective to drive messaging across not only the linear and digital environment, but also extended distribution platforms for us. We also work very closely with our studios division, so taking a multitude of different IP opportunities, whether it was Nissan in our execution around Star Wars Rogue One, where we were able to tie multiple segments of our organization together to bring the best content and to have that live inside of that very specific Lucasfilm's IP in Star Wars. And Nissan themselves saw a great return on investment and are still having the halo effect.
What are you folks doing to capitalize on the continued growth of over-the-top viewing?
Sure. Well, we've been the pioneers as far as offering our content in new environments. We've seen tremendous growth in OTT environments and connected devices as far as an opportunity to have that same television style experience in your home or throughout various environments. We see growth there, so we certainly make sure, similar to what we've done when we were first to launch full episodes on iTunes and iPod many years ago, to being the first media partner to have content provided inside of iPad and tablet environments. We continue to make sure that our content is where the consumers are.
Another thing that's in the headlines lately, safe environments for video advertising.
Sure.
Not necessarily a new subject, but just because it's not new doesn't mean it isn't serious.
Mm-hmm.
Is that going to be a factor in this upfront more than it has been in the past, or what is your feeling about that?
Sure, great question. We actually have always felt that trusted, quality, brand safe environments is where any advertiser should be and should live. Certainly that is what we have to offer, and I do feel that advertisers are very focused in the context of where their ads are being placed, and that certainly helps drive, obviously, a connected, engaged audience within a particular program environment or network environment, whether it's on a linear or digital or even extended platform.
Are you seeing more use of dynamic ad insertion?
Yes, there is absolutely a growing opportunity from a DAI perspective, and we offer dynamic ad insertion on our digital platforms and our set-top box VOD environment. So we certainly see that as a continued growing area of consumption for viewers to be able to certainly, the post 7-day environment or post 3-day environment consuming content in that type of arrangement. And what we do there is give advertisers an opportunity to be able to change their creative or purchase that particular opportunity beyond that traditional span of commercial viewing.
Okay. Final question, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the best, where would you say the industry is in terms of unified cross-platform measurement?
So we would like to see it move faster. I would say we're not quite halfway there. So from 1 to 10, I'd say we're probably in about a 5 stage, being a little bit generous there. Certainly there's a lot more work to be done, but we think it is important and meaningful, and we continue to help drive that discussion.
So at the end of the day, do you think there will be one uniform measurement across screen and all, or are there going to be a few 5 years from now?
5 years from now? That's a great question. I think that the industry will have more than one option, but at the same time, I know that multiple measurement firms are looking to come up with a solution. So whether they'll, the hope is obviously to see it in the near term, but certainly having a few, as opposed to just one individual monopoly, there will probably be, a variety and still maintain some kind of standardization of what that measurement needs to look like to truly provide the true reflection of audience and viewership across all platforms.